Turn it up.
Big wheels keep on running.
And we're back.
We are back.
I want to think of Forrest Gump when I hear that song now.
So
Well,
we have two great guests there.
we have two incredible guests
And
here.
we got, you know what?
And I get sit next to
You
the
get
pretty
sitting next
one.
to the pretty one.
Yeah,
Although
that's
he's kind of attractive, but just not my type. So, this is
I think he doth protest too much.
Susan Brock. She is officially now a two-timer.
She is officially a two-timer here on the show.
Absolutely.
Welcome
Good
back to the
morning.
show. Back to the show. Let's talk. Well, what have you been doing since you've been last year?
Well, last time I was here, we did the Top 20 Under 40
Right.
award, and I've been busy ever since.
You do stay busy. I know
Absolutely.
you have a full-time. You have a 7.5-year-old son and a realty career, and there's not much left time, is there?
There isn't.
So, and you've got you brought a guest on. I'm gonna let you introduce him.
Absolutely. I brought one of my favorite clients this morning, Roman Shotashili, with Dumb
Good
Partners.
morning.
So, and y'all have been working on a project that I think you're going to hold open tomorrow.
We have the biggest reveal ever tomorrow
the
from
biggest reveal.
4 to 6.
4 to 6 tomorrow. What is the address?
It's 10210 Cliffwood in Willow Meadows, the zip code 77035. It will be the biggest party of the year.
Well, I'm going to show up. Are you showing
You
up, Chris?
have my full attention.
Yes.
I'm going to be on the Harley though.
We're going to save a spot in the driveway for
Okay.
your Harley
Okay,
ride.
Make some noise.
Yes,
I'll
will
bring
make
the
some
monster truck.
Yeah, okay. Hey, there you go. If you just get that baby wrapped like you said you were going to do. So anyway,
I am waiting on. I am waiting on a certain individual who's sitting over on the other side of the studio,
really,
who
So
has a contact
this
who
man
has not.
dropped the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Who has not made a phone call? I don't even
You
think
can't
yet.
rush art. I am an artiste. You can't.
He's an
okay.
artiste.
Yes, whatever. Yeah, whatever. So
Yeah, I agree.
But, this is an area that we haven't really talked about a lot on the show. Is that Willow Meadow area? So talk a little bit about what's going on over there, and what I know there's a limited number of houses even in that subdivision.
Absolutely. There's under 1,000, but really the key to Willow Meadows is it's close to the medical center. It's close to 610, great schools, really big lots, and the inventory is getting older, and so Roman took advantage of this great opportunity there to build brand new. So
Yeah.
out of 1,000, we probably have 30 new builds in the neighborhood, and his is the next one to roll
Yeah,
out.
there's definitely not a lot of new construction. There's definitely not a lot of new construction in the area, and it is a unique opportunity. We founded Dome Partners in 2013, so it's been quite a fast. After a few remodels, this was just too exciting, and building new, something fresh was heck of a challenge, and it's been really interesting. It's a unique project. So in the area, it's a unique area.
Too, because I've seen some. Our office, main office is in the Heights, so I see a lot of the Heights stuff and like that. But your product's different looking.
Well, you see a lot of this is a ranch style neighborhood, and the challenge was we couldn't get out of the norm and just build a ginormous, the things you see in Memorial or Bel Air. So we had to really stay within the confines of the neighborhood and to match that ranch style. This is kind of a unique ranch style home that we built. It is a one story, yet it's modern. It's got the aesthetics and function of a very unique residence.
Now, was that a requirement of the neighborhood, or you just wanted to make sure that it was kind of homogeneous with what was there?
No, there's not a requirement. I could have probably done better, build a bigger house, more square footage equals more in my pocketbook. However, that wouldn't really fall in line with the neighborhood norm, and I didn't really want to stand out too much. Really, the neighbors, I want them to appreciate whoever lives there next, and to kind of stay in line.
They're all one-story houses. You get someone who builds a two-story, you're looking down their backyard all the time.
Yeah, and I like that. I like the aspect of building, though, something that is in line with what the community look and feel is, because oftentimes you walk in in some of these areas are starting to get redeveloped, and all of a sudden it's like older home, 5,000 square foot home,
Yes.
Older home.
with a posted size.
Yeah.
Backyard.
And oftentimes they're wondering why the appraiser couldn't get an appraisal in regards to the 5,000 square foot home when all the comps were 2,600. So, but it's refreshing though to see that that's one of the styles that you're doing, and to also bring back the fact that you can build, the look and the feel of a ranch style community with all the modern amenities associated with homes today.
Of course, you get in areas like the Heights and Montrose, and you can't build ranch style because 50 by 100 lots.
Oh gosh, yeah.
They're really tiny. What size lots are these typically?
Generally, 9,000 is the minimum.
Wow.
Willow there's some upwards of 18,000 feet.
Those are big lots.
It's going to be hard to come by. There's only so much land within the medical center area or just in our inner loop, and so unless you go outside, you're looking at a 4,000, 3,000 square foot lot with a 4-story home. So
those stairs get old after a while.
Well, we all know.
Even if you have young legs.
Well, it's not common to find a 1-story house, period, that's a new construction, because it's not really economical for, say, to build. And I'm being honest here, because it's not always just about economics.
1-story houses are more expensive. I mean, a lot of people don't think about it. Your slab's twice as large, and your roof area is twice as large.
It is. That's exactly it. So material costs do go up there. However, we want to build something unique. So it's worth coming out, looking and touring, because it's really hard to see it from the outside, because it does blend in so well, and it's got a lot of unique aspects. But when you walk through, you'll get a feeling for the space. You're not even in the neighborhood anymore. You're in it's your own private. I call it oasis.
So are the other builders doing the same thing as you and trying to keep it like consistent in the neighborhood, or are they building that big box?
I don't think there's a consistency. I've followed a few builders. There's a few that execute it really well, and I don't know if I want to give the names here, but
we're here to promote you, Roman.
Exactly.
Nobody does it as good as Dome Partners.
Yeah.
So Dome. It's kind of funny if anyone's wondering what Dome really is about. Why Dome? So Dome means home in Russian. Not a house, but a home, a complete home. And what that means is, with the comforts and everything that a home should come with. One of the things that we decided early on is it's got to be good. And if something is not right, and in construction, it's about solving problems. And we've all learned that this year has been really interesting for us, because it's a bit stressful at times, because you're constantly solving problems. You come in and there's something new to solve. Well, you get used to it, and then that's part of the construction process. It's not for everybody.
So what kind of issues or challenges have you faced over there?
Well, so and this is typical stuff that for us, you
City of Houston, for one, I know.
Well, you hire trades to complete a job, and then something doesn't fall in line, or we can't do this, we can do that, even though it's engineered and a lot of things of precautions were taken. So there's a lot of issues that we need to work through and come back to, refix. It means more expenses many of times. I realize, gosh, you really... surprises are going to be along the way. No matter how small a task, you're probably going to run into a surprise. So it's nice to kind of relax about it and say, okay, what's the new challenge today? How are we going to deal with it and solve it? One of the things that we did is I got my father involved, actually. I decided I wanted it to be a family business. So I'm the design arm, the financial arm, and behind the scenes, and he is now the project manager. So he hires the trades and does all that. And we're very meticulous, which is, I don't want to say, I hate saying this on the radio, but we had to lower our expectations a little bit because the industry we come from. Right. Being in the finance industry, I had a level of expectations.
And precision.
Because
numbers are precise.
Absolutely. So I'm a spreadsheet kind of guy too, outside of the design world. And my father, he was a bit challenged. We're Russian. We come from Russia.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте, товарищи.
Da.
So it was, that process was very interesting. We grew together in this, and I find that it's unique. When you see the home, it really is. Every little detail we did think through, every piece of space. And something...
They actually designed it 3D before they ever built it.
Well, I noticed you're posting on Facebook about 3D pictures and things like that. So
Absolutely.
What's that process about?
So one of the newest things out there to hit real estate tech is 3D house photography. And for a project like Roman's, it's European styling. Obviously, he's drawing from his roots. And the house is massive. Ceiling's 15 feet tall. it looks like an art gallery. And so I thought, what better listing to try this out on than Roman's house? So we hired a 3D photographer. I think the camera is over $5,000 alone.
Oh my!
I was
And
going to
we-
borrow it, but she didn't. I like that idea.
My son really wanted to take it home. But we filmed the whole thing 3D. You can walk through it. And for clients in this price point, oftentimes they're not even in Texas, but they're looking to buy.
Yeah.
And this gives a really easy avenue for them to tour the house without being physically present.
Now, have you unveiled this to anyone, or is this going to be the premiere time that's going to be unveiled tomorrow?
So the 3D tour is actually already online, and you can see it at brockandfoster.com/new. And but the tour is not going to beat the physical open house that we've got tomorrow from 4 to 6.
Is that the first time it's been held open?
Absolutely, first and last.
And it's a big party, right?
It's a huge party.
DJ and everything.
I think we might even have Russian vodka.
Oh wow!
Anything's possible. There's gonna be-
Anything's
yeah.
possible.
Nazdrovya!
Well, it's obvious Tim was trying to practice his Russian, by
Yeah.
the way. So tomorrow, be careful. I'm just warning you.
It's quite impressive.
I have a little vocabulary in the Russian language.
Just say very little.
Yeah, which means very little, right
Actually, in 10th grade, I was the most improved Russian student in my class. How do you like that?
Wow.
And I wear that honor proudly today.
Well, you know, I know there's quite a large Russian community in Houston.
There actually is. There is, and you know it's neat because I've gone to multiple parties within the Russian community, and aside from
They
drinking
know how to
vodka,
party.
by the way, vodka.
They know how to party.
Yeah, but they do know how to party. By the way, I was actually at a party probably about 4 years ago. My daughter's one of her best friends, was Russian. And so the father was in town from Russia and didn't speak anything of English. But it was funny because we just sat around drinking vodka and then sign languaging everying. It was awesome,
All of a sudden
by the
you're
way. Yeah.
communicating, right?
Yeah, we were
That's
communicating
amazing what
great at that
happens.
point. He's like, another one? I was like, yeah, absolutely.
That's universal.
That's
There's drinking to remember, and there's drinking to forget.
that is correct.
Depending upon your point of view, there's
Exactly.
Well, we still have a lot more to go. We have one more segment to go, but guess what's coming up right now?
we got to pay for the show, don't we?
Well, Josh's finger,
Gotta
pay
for
you know,
all these
saying, hey,
kolaches.
you got to go to a break.
Yeah. So let's do that then. Let's.
So let's do that. Everyone, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you.